More action from the Residential Landlords Association Future Renting Conference, and I'm delighted to be joined by RLA Policy Director David Smith. And David, so much going on in the private rented sector. Is a day enough to cover all the topics?
Wow, almost certainly not. But a day is what we have, and I suspect that if it was 2 days, people would get bored eventually. So we have to do what we can, and then we'll come back again. And of course, things are changing so fast that trying to do everything now would be wrong in 6 months' time. So it's important to keep doing this.
Very impressive turnout of landlords here today, isn't it? About 200 in the room?
Yeah, we're really pleased to see so many people here, and I think it just demonstrates that the Welsh housing market is really important at the moment, and landlords are really getting very engaged and very aware of and trying to keep up with and be aware with what's going on.
Now, what were the main topics that are going to be covered today?
Well, I think there are probably 2 big areas that will keep coming up. Rent Smart Wales, so the Housing Wales Act 2014, and then where we're going with the Renting Homes Wales Act, and when that comes into force, that it's effectively complete replacement for the existing regime in Wales.
And it's absolutely fantastic to have the Housing Minister's input here today, Rebecca Evans, isn't it? I mean, that really is a great opportunity for landlords to engage with government.
Yes, it was very sad to see Carl Sargent unfortunately resigning and further events, but appointment of a new minister is the first time Wales has had a minister with housing in the title, which is a really good thing, and we think that really emphasises the importance of housing to the Welsh Government.
Indeed. Now, your presentation here today, what were you focusing on?
I was talking entirely about the Renting Homes Wales Act and starting to illustrate some of the things people are going to have to think about, and also using the opportunity to press the Welsh Government to set a clear timetable for its implementation, because it's tending to drift a little bit, and that's never a good thing.
No, because it creates an uncertainty for landlords, doesn't it? And landlords don't deal with uncertainty very well.
Yeah, it creates a lot of uncertainty for landlords, particularly when there's a lot of other issues with taxation, and they're starting to think about whether they want to continue their portfolios. But let's be honest, it also creates uncertainty for tenants as well. Tenants have rights in their homes, and the Renting Homes Wales Act improves some of those rights and creates clarity for tenants, and some tenants are waiting for some of those things to be brought into force.
How successful do you think the Rent Smart Wales campaign has been?
Rent Smart Wales has been challenging from the first. We're very concerned about some areas of it. We're a bit surprised to see that the estimate for the number of landlords in Wales has just suddenly been cut. And we think there's a lot more work to be done, and I notice Rent Smart Wales is feeling very pleased with itself, having got over 90% of landlords signed up, but we think that's just the start of their work, and we think it's very important that they don't just sit back and say we've signed everyone up, there's nothing more to do. If it's going to be effective, it needs to then be enforcement against those people who have not signed up, and we shouldn't just say, oh, well, it's only a few percent, let's not worry about it. They need to be signed up, and then it needs to deliver in terms of providing standards and also a way of engaging landlords and making sure they've been kept abreast of changes in the sector that will affect them.
And just to finish, David, would you say that this kind of format that we've seen here today, the future renting, is that going to be a kind of blueprint for the RLA going forwards in terms of the calibre of the events they're going to be putting on?
Well, it's certainly an experiment for us. RLA's never run conferences before. We've always been quite wary of it. It's a great way to waste your members' money very quickly, so we don't want to do that. This event has been successful, and no doubt we will learn things from it, and we'd like to carry it further, and I think we feel that landlords need good quality conferences where they can come together, exchange ideas, and learn about what's going to affect them, and if we think that we can continue to run those, then we will do so.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me here at Future Renting in Wales. David Smith, RLA Policy Director.